We welcome you in here to Pittsville, Wisconsin, here in central Wisconsin for what should be a great matchup here on Zaleski Sports on this great Tuesday. It is, of course, the Greenwood Granton Indians and the Pittsville Panthers playing host. My name is Connor Philippi. Thank you so much for tuning in to Zaleski Sports again here on this Tuesday. It'll be about a 30-minute late start here tonight. We see a lot of these JV games start to end a little bit later. And so I'm expecting some of these games to start at 7:15, 7:30 throughout the course of the season. But without further ado, let's take a look at both of these two teams, starting with the away Greenwood Granton Indians. And you'll hear me referring to them as Greenwood or Granton throughout the rest of the broadcast. I'll try and mix between the two to make sure that both get their take there. But last season, 16-9. They ended up 9-5. In their Clover Belt Conference. That earned them third in a competitive conference. They lost a heartbreaker in the first round of the D5 playoffs. It was a 49-48 last-second loss to Almond Bancroft. That was a good Almond Bancroft team that we saw last week that I called that game, and so definitely a worthy opponent. And we're seeing a consistent theme that a lot of these teams are either losing to the team that lost to Assumption or losing to Assumption, and we'll see that throughout the course of the season with how Assumption was last year. But they are hoping to continue off of last year's success and move on from the first round this year, and they lost 4 seniors from last season, which they'll have to overcome, and this is their first game of the year. As for the Pittsville Panthers, they are 1-0 so far this season. They beat New Lisbon 62-38 in their first contest. Last season, they were 20-5. They finished 9-2 in the CWC South Conference. That earned them second place in that conference. And they lost in the second round of that same D5 playoffs. They lost to Pacelli, which, just like I talked about that domino effect, Pacelli ended up losing to Assumption in the next round. And so they are hoping to continue off that success, but even tougher than Greenwood Granton, they lost 7 seniors from their last season. We'll be talking about that throughout the course of the year. And this game, a lot of players having to step up, play those roles, and plenty of juniors and sophomores and freshmen hoping to fill in those shoes this season for both of these two squads as we count down to zeros on the warm-up clock, and we're just about ready to do the national anthem, announce these starters. And we thank you for tuning in on Zaleski Sports. We'll hand things over to the PA. And now for the starting lineups here for both of these two teams, and I'll be relaying those as the announcer announces them. Again, 2 young teams for these 2 squads. For Greenwood, number 2, Brooklyn Slotich. Number 3, Avery Travis. Number 12, Carly Abel. Number 30, Tatum Travis. And number 33, Faith Colano. And of course, Sean Colano heading up this Greenwood squad. As for the Pittsville Panthers, it is number 5, Eddie Elsasser.
Number 14,
Briley Lupke, number 14.
Number 21, Lana Vollert.
Number 21, Lana Vollert.
Number 15, Hallie Friday.
Hallie Friday, number 15. And number 40, Kendall Knott. And head coach Jason Knott. And as we see throughout the course of the season, through a lot of these Central Wisconsin teams, a lot of family ties, and it's always interesting seeing that. Food and fun are the features at Horse and Around downtown Pittsville. Stop in for daily food specials like $3 burgers on Tuesdays and their Friday fish fry. There's great food and fun at Horse and Around downtown Pittsville. Check them out on Facebook. We thank you again for tuning in here to girls basketball on Zaleski Sports. And ready or not, here we go. Once again, Connorville will be on the call. Thank you so much for joining us. Starting with it here first, and out of bounds, retaining possession, is this Greenwood team. 1 senior, 3 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 3 freshmen. It is a mixed bag. Not a lot of seniors on this team, but they are hoping to make up for it. Back the other way after the steal. It's stolen right back, this time by Micaiah Johnson, one of the freshmen for this Greenwood Granton team. Up top, swings it over to Abel. Abel under a lot of pressure from Lupke. Able to get it off though, and that one is up, no good. Rebounded by Travis. Putting that one way up high, and that one's going to be rebounded by Kendall Knott. Both teams still searching for their first point. Up top, that one gets poked away momentarily, ends up back in the hands of Friday. Getting this one in back to Friday. She's going to drive in, puts up the shot. That one's too far. Battle for the ball. It's going to be an early jump ball. Addie Elsasser, currently leading with 11 points in that first game. Brindley Grimm with 10 and Bailey Smazel with 8. Grimm leads with 8 rebounds, Abel with 7, Knott with 6. 3 assists for both Vollert and Grimm, and then Lupke with 2. Those are your scoring leaders and stats leaders so far after just 1 game sample size for the Pittsville Panthers as Elsasser gets it over. That one's stolen away though. Early turnovers for both teams as driving in, the spin move. Abel goes up for it. That one is good. The first 2 points of the night. And we'll see the story throughout the night as Abel is one of the freshmen on the floor. The only freshman on the starting roster for the Greenwood team. Cutting back up was Friday, getting this one out, up for the shot. That one bouncing just off of Vollert. And heading back is Travis. Hoping to double up here are Greenwood Granton, as that one is going to be called for a foul. That's going to be the first foul of the night against Lupke. And as an announcer, obviously very much appreciate the way that the Pittsville Panthers laid out their roster. They got the 2-point field goals, 3-point field goals, free throws, and fouls all on there for you to mark off so you can keep track of points and foul totals and everything like that. That's much appreciated. As Slotich under pressure here gets it off to Abel. They're trying to swing that one around. Winds up in Travis's hands after a poke away attempt. Abel to Travis, swung all the way to Travis on the other side. Tatum and Avery Travis both on the team as this one will head back to Pittsville after a turnover. And just like I do a lot of times with these Central Wisconsin teams, a lot of, like I said, family ties, and that also means multiple players with the same last name. I'll do my best to name those players' first and last names whenever I get the opportunity to. Briley Lupke. That shot blocked by Colano and then put back in. And the and one. It's going to be Vollert going to the line, as the shot will count. First 2 points for Pittsville and the chance for a 3-point play. Foul's going to be on Abel. Her first team first, as that will stay a 2-point play, but still impressive to get that back in. Turnovers and second chances are a great way to keep your team in the win column. Driving in here, losing the ball momentarily. Colano's got it. She goes up for it. That one rolls out. Rebounded by Friday. Friday takes her position up top. Swings it out to Lupke. Quick pass inside, and the layup is good. Vollert gets it to go. Slotich finds herself double teamed early on, just a soft press. But they will force a travel there. Trying to quickly get it across the line as multiple substitutions will now come in. Travis, or excuse me, on the other side, that's Harper Abel coming in, as well as Bailey Smazel. Bailey and Bree Smazel both on the team, as this one is laid up for 2. So 6-2 early on here for Pittsville, as this one is stolen away. Wide open down court, and getting this one in for another 2. Vollert taking over with all 8 points to start things off here for the Pittsville Panthers. Trying to break out of the press. It's almost stolen away again, but then a foul is called. Pittsville with early pressure defensively. They're going to call that against Abel. She came right out of the bench and committed a foul, her first of the night, team second. Faith Colano back in here for Greenwood. Greenwood this time able to break out of it. Almost here, still can't get it across the timeline, almost running out of time. Gets it over to Colano past the line though. She will step away from the pressure. Good defense in the paint so far for these Panthers. Allison Stiglitz in the game for the first time. She's a junior for Greenwood, as that one's stolen away in the hands of Elsasser. Quick pass in, the layup attempt not strong enough, with good defense that time by Tatum Travis. Going hard to the ground there. Foul's going to be called there against Avery Travis. Or excuse me, that is going to be against Brindley Grimm on the other side. That'll be her first, team third. Tossing this one into Colano. She's got some open space. A pass across, not quite on the money. It'll go out of bounds, and it's Pittsville ball. Good idea there, had the good vision. Just put a little too much on that. Hand that one off to Grimm, and now she gets it around to Abel, who lays it up for 2. Her first 2 of the night, and the first 2 of the night for Pittsville that aren't off the hands of Vollert. As that one will wind up out of bounds, but it'll be called a timeout early on here for Greenwood. And we will stay with you here and thank a couple of our sponsors. Visit Marshfield. Make sure you see the largest holiday lights display in central Wisconsin, featuring over 2 million lights at Wildwood Park. Open every night from 5 to 9 p.m. That's the day after Thanksgiving all the way through New Year's Eve. Admission is free with a suggested donation of non-perishable food or cash. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com. And Martin Motors supports the Pittsville Panthers and the Pittsville community. Martin Motors provides complete auto repair with local loaner transportation on request. Call Lance or Amber today to get your ride running smoothly. Martin Motors on Highway 80 in Pittsville. And C&D Auto Body Repairs and Sales is your complete auto body repair shop. They provide pre-estimates and guarantee complete satisfaction, and they'll work with your insurance company to make it easy for you and do windshield glass installation too. Contact Chad and Dan at C&D Auto today on County Trunk E in Arpin. Off the inbound here for Greenwood. It's going to be out of bounds, and it's a turnover as Pittsville will get it right back here. They have forced multiple turnovers early on in this game. Not even 6 minutes in so far. Now it gets about 5 turnovers picked up by this Panther team as it's into the corner now to Abel. Guarded there by Travis. Now up top to El Sasser. They have the luxury of taking their time a little bit here, up 8. So toss this one back beyond the perimeter to Abel. Back up top here to Friday. Swung around to Grimm and now into the corner to El Sasser once more. Gets it in to Smazel, who tries to drive in. And her shot defended well. It's off the backboard. Avery Travis driving in, now back out to Slotich. Swings it to Stiglitz. Defended there by Grimm. It's stolen away now by Grimm, and she's on a breakaway. Can't quite lay it in, though. And then it's ripped away. It'll be a jump ball. So missed opportunities on both sides. But we've seen that multiple times now on a quick, fast break like that. A couple different times Pittsville's tried to lay it in with good, solid defense. With that imposing force of Tatum Travis making it difficult to put good touch on a shot when you know she's right there. Slotich gets some space in. It winds up off the arm, it looked like there, of Smazel and into the hands of Pittsville. Right back the other way now with another steal by Greenwood, and now a foul will be called. It's going to be that time against number 14 for Pittsville. That's, of course, Briley Lupke. And that will be already her second now of the night. 4 total fouls for Pittsville to start off their night. Surveying is Slotich. Swings it around to Colano up top. Quick movement on the perimeter, and then a travel will be called. Couple substitutions come in. Lakeside Oasis Convenience Store is the perfect wintertime stop when you're on the go. Pick up bait and tackle before you head out on the ice and fill up on your truck tank and grab your favorite goodies. Lakeside Oasis on Highway 80 south of Pittsville near Lake Dexter. Tossing this one in. Quick pass back to Vollert. Swung all the way around to Abel. Underneath there and laid in for Hallie Friday. Pittsville already going with this press. Now they turn it as this foul will be called now against Abel. That's going to be her second. And so already 5 total on the half for Pittsville. And so we saw them kind of try out more of a soft press. Now they're going full on with this press early on, and interesting to see them continue to put their gas on the pedal as a travel will be called. It seems to be working. As that is going to be a throw in here on Pittsville's side of the court. Abel will take it down. Vollert gets it in to Friday, and now a 3-point shot up by Abel, and she's good. 5 points now on the night after that impressive 3-point shot. Abel and Vollert combining for all but 2 of these points so far as this shot off the mark, as it's going to be rebounded eventually there by Colano. the outlet back out to Abel, and now winds up in the hands of a Panther, but then traveling will send it right back. 15-2 early on now. We are under the 10-minute mark in the first, as Greenwood struggles, or continues to struggle, I should say, to score here. As this shot will go up, no good. Rebounded there by Vollert. Lana Vollert sends it out to Abel. Now driving in is Friday. She retreats back out. The shot no good off the hands of Grimm. And then a battle for it. It's going to result in another jump ball and send things back with the Panthers. A couple subs coming in here, as it's going to be Elsasser. And it looks like Lupke coming back in, as Abel and Grimm will take a break. Tossed in underneath the basket. Strong move to the basket, and it's another two from Vollert. Make it double digits already on the night for Vollert. And another travel forced against this Greenwood team. We'll see if this forces another timeout, and it will. And we'll take a timeout with them here and be right back in just a few moments on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
And we welcome you back here to Zaleski Sports as we take a look at one of our scoreboards here on the night. Assumption currently leading Stratford 13-9. It's the lowest scoring affair early on. Still 5:40 to go in that first half, but pretty low scoring, all things considered. Assumption hoping to repeat for that state title this year. Nina going up against Marshfield, and Nina absolutely demolishing right now, 39-8 with 4 minutes remaining in the first half. And another strong team, the Pacelli Cardinals. They are struggling against a very good Adams Friendship team, 52-13 at the half. And we'll continue to give you score updates throughout the course of the night on Zaleski Sports. You never know early on in the season with these non-conference matchups, what you're going to get is not puts one up, and that one just rolls out. Trying to battle for it, as that one will end up out of bounds. It'll be another jump ball before it can go out of bounds. Good effort that time by Tatum Travis to try and fall on it. Just found its way out. 8:55 to go here in the first, as Greenwood continues to try and get this ball in the hoop. And one of the main reasons why they've struggled is they just have had a really hard time getting it underneath the basket. And driving this one in off the backboard. They had that opportunity with some space to work with finally for Travis. Couldn't quite get it to go. Swinging it back around. Wide open three. That one will fall out of bounds. Again, Sean Colano, the head coach of this Greenwood team. Jason Knott on the other side. Up top there, faking the three is Travis, and the foul's going to be called against her. That'll be the 6th-team foul of the night for Pittsville, and it's going to be against Briley Lupke for her 3rd of the night. And would have to guess that Abel's going to be coming in for her as she kneels by the scorer's table. And that is exactly the case. So already in foul trouble is Lupke. And coming out for Greenwood is going to be Tatum Travis. as that one's going to be good. 17-3 now. Heading back with it now is Elsasser, getting it over to Vollert. Vollert already with double-digit points, and over half the points scored by Pittsville so far in this first half. It's given up right to Carly Abel, back the other way, and losing the ball. Excuse me, that's going to be a foul instead, and it'll be another throw-in upcoming at the baseline, but that is the 7th foul of the half. And it looks like it is going to be against Kendall Knott, or excuse me, that's against Abel. So that's now her 3rd of the night. So only 7 total fouls on the half, but 6 of those 7 are committed by only 2 players. So you got 2 key players in foul trouble already for Pittsville, as that first shot went in, second one upcoming. And that one bounces in as well. So 3 of the 5 points scored by Avery Travis so far, as that one's blocked away. Nice play by Faith Colano. That's a straight up block, as Slotich will now take it. Swung over to Carly Abel, can't quite get that one to go off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Abel. Rebounded back the other way for Stiglitz. Swings it over to Slotich. Colano now with the outlet back out. Falling to the ground, but able to keep possession. Carly Abel puts up the shot, and it's rebounded by Addie Elsasser. Harper Abel drives in, passing out to Elsasser, tries to drive, poked away, but Vollert still with possession. She drives, and she's fouled. And she will go to the line. Or are they saying it's a baseline throw? They're going to say it was a foul on the floor, actually, and so it'll be a throw in. That is a foul there for Greenwood. That is up and good. Trying to break out of this press. Out to Carly Abel, who puts up the shot. Once again, too strong. We're seeing some really good defense here by Bailey Smazel, forcing some low percentage shots. When you can force a low percentage shot from that close underneath the basket, you know you're defending well. So 2 fouls, one committed by Avery Travis, the other by Carly Abel for Greenwood. Pittsville will take their time on offense, now driving in. Getting it all the way back out to Elsasser, and now into Smazel. It's Bailey Smazel. Rebounded all the way back out to Vollert. Now Smazel trying to get a second chance. She'll travel before she can get the shot off. It'll be Greenwood's ball, as we will see Souza come in, as well as Travis, as Tatum Travis coming back in. Emma Souza, one of the freshmen for this Greenwood team. Carly Abel now double teamed, and that one will be stolen away. Stolen by Grimm. She puts up the shot, no good. Rebound trickles out to Colano. 5:45 left in the first. And a travel will be called there against Carly Abel. Few turnovers both ways now. Taking it down is Elsasser. Again, a junior for the Panthers. She'll swing it out And Grimm gets it into the corner. Three-pointer for Abel. That one won't go. Travis with the rebound. She's hustling back with it. Driving in, can't get it. And then a foul will be called. So nice job by her drawing the foul. It'll create a 1-and-1. And that is going to be the first foul for Elsasser. And the 1-and-1 is up and good. Tatum Travis nails both free throws to get it back to a 12-point game. Vollert gets it out into the corner to Grimm. Grimm breaks out of it to Elsasser up top, all the way back across to Vollert. And now Smazel in deep, and she will get fouled, or excuse me, that's out of bounds, but off of Greenwood. So another baseline throw-in coming up for Pittsville as soon as they can track down that ball. Vollert, 12 points on the night so far. She will throw it in. Getting it all the way out there to Friday. And we'll find Vollert once again. Elsasser all the way out to Grimm into the corner. Friday under pressure back to Elsasser. Gets it over to Smazel. She goes up for the shot. It's stolen out of thin air by Colano. Tatum Travis working against Elsasser. And now underneath the basket puts up the shot. That one won't fall. Rebound, second chance, no good off of Colano. It's eventually rebounded by Vollert, who gets it all the way over quickly. Pass to Friday for three. That one rattles just out. Winds up with Carly Abel. And now Colano gets it back to Abel up top. Thinks about that shot and says she gets it to Souza. And foots up the floater, won't go. And looks like that time head coach Sean Colano wanted that shot to go up. As that one will wind up out of bounds. It'll be thrown off of Greenwood. So a good move there by Vollert to just get it off before her foot touches out of bounds and throw it off the opponent. And a timeout will be called. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second, and so we'll stay with you here. And thank a few more of our sponsors, including Arbor Vantage Tree Care, providing professional tree services in central Wisconsin. From tree removal and pruning to stump grinding to consultations, Arbor Vantage is your complete tree care partner. Find them at arborvantage.com or on Facebook. Pick up quick and easy meals when you're on the go at the market, now open in Pittsville. Check out daily specials and their hot food bar and subs served daily. Shop local with Panther Pride and support the hometown team at the market in Pittsville. And Kring's Cut Salon supports Auburndale Eagle athletes and teams. Shop at their salon in Blinker and say hi to Amy and her staff and get a new look for the holidays. Kring's Cut Salon in Blinker. Baseline throw-in coming from Lana Vollert. And a good pass and lay in there by Knott. Vollert finds Knott for two. Knott is a sophomore. This one's stolen away by Grimm. Can't quite get it in. And that is going to be a foul. And it'll get sent back the other way as it was a Pittsville foul trying to get that rebound. It's going to be the third now for Brinley Grimm. And so now three different Pittsville players, all with 3 fouls. As that one is going to be up and in. And so coming out of the game is Slotich. 9 total fouls on the half for Pittsville. As that one will find its way in. Avery Travis with 6 points so far here for Greenwood. As that will wind up out of bounds for Pittsville possession. 3:30 remaining here in the first half. Thrown in here by Stiglitz, and it's stolen away there by Harper Abel. Heading back down as Travis drives in. That one off her hands and into the hands of Harper Abel. Back the other way, driving in is Vollert. She can't quite get the roll. The putback, though, also no good. 2 opportunities to score, but no cigar there for Pittsville, as this one will find its way to Tatum Travis once again. Taking their time, trying to draw something up. Avery Travis now driving in, puts up the floater. That's going to be an obvious foul. And they'll head to line shooting 2 for the 10th foul of the half for Pittsville. Double bonus now throughout the rest of the half. As that is looks like they're going to say that's the 3rd for Harper Abel, so I must have been wrong about that. But now that means my math checks out, so everything should be right now. 3 fouls for Harper Abel, 3 fouls for Brinley Grimm, and 3 for Briley Lupke, and just 1 for Elsasser. As that foul, or shot, excuse me, will go in. Stolen away there by Tatum Travis. Back the other way, swings it over to Carly Abel, can't quite get it to go. Harper Abel now back the other way, and the foul will be called. And so that will be the 2nd foul from Avery Travis. It is back to a 10-point game now, as Greenwood slowly but surely trying to chip away here. It's been a little bit of a defensive stand a little bit here, as Pittsville trying to get back the offensive mojo they had to start off the game, but it's stolen by Avery Travis there. Thinks about the 3, puts it up. It's a long 2. That one won't go. The putback, though, is good. That's Faith Colano with her first 2 of the night. Back to a single-digit game now, as Addie Elsasser will swing it out. A nice outlet pass, and it's in. What a connection there from Elsasser to Vollert. That one blocked away. Still winds up in the hands of Travis. And now back with Travis in the corner. Swung around to Slotich. Stiglitz looking things over. They're slowing down their offensive game a little bit here, trying to find a good shot. Back around to Stiglitz. Way back out here to Tatum Travis. Puts up the floater. That one won't quite go in. Tough to put the right kind of touch on a shot like that. 3-point shot wide open the corner, and why not? Nothing but net from Lana Vollert. "17 points of the 26 came at the hands of Vollert in this half. Faking the 3 and the travel, trying to sell it, was Tatum Travis, as a couple subs will come in here. Or excuse me, just 1 for Greenwood, as Carly Abel will come in for Avery Travis, who takes another break. She's one of the two with 2 fouls on the night so far. Pittsville taking their time along the perimeter as Elsasser swings it over to Vollert. And now into Knott. She puts up the shot. That one rattles out. And it'll end up off the hands of Travis. That's Tatum Travis for Greenwood. Another throwing up coming for the Panthers, and once again it'll be Vollert. 19.7 to go. They can hold for the final shot if they want, unless they get a good pass in here on this inbound. And they'll take it outside. Vollert with a give back, and now tossing it to Friday. The ball is up for grabs underneath the basket, throwing it up, and it's good from Knott. Now 4-3-2, has to put up a shot and can't get the hands on it there. Intended for Stiglitz, but off her hands. It's a 28-13 lead for the Pittsville Panthers going into the halftime break. And so we'll be back in a few moments here to discuss the half, talk about what needs to happen for both teams. But you're watching the halftime show presented by Zaleski Sports.
Tired of hearing about checking account features? So are we. It's more about what you can do with your money to live the life you want. Forward Bank puts your access to everything you need in the palm of your hand. Mobile deposit, recurring digital payments, transfer funds, or pay a friend easily. Yes, our checking is free and includes all that you would expect. It's supported by your neighbors and friends at Forward, dedicated to serving our communities. Open online today at forward.bank.
Hey, need a lift? No, I can't give you a ride because I can't drive yet. But I can tell you all about the new awesome lift chairs at Mall Furniture. These things are so cool.
Mall Furniture has over 40 lift chairs in stock and ready for delivery anywhere in central Wisconsin.
Let's be real. We all need a lift once in a while. So when it's your turn for a new lift chair, head to Mall, because we got them all.
Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with his smile. I'd recommend Ruth Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Well, welcome back here to Pittsville, Wisconsin, as we have some halftime entertainment here. 28-13 in favor of the Pittsville Panthers. About 7 minutes left in the halftime break, and we'll take a look here at some of the games going on around the state of Wisconsin. But first, just a quick little overview of how that first half went. And for the most part, Pittsville Panthers imposing their will and getting a lot of turnovers, forcing a lot of turnovers, I should say. But it really was the realization of Greenwood that got them back into this one for a brief moment there. They were within 8 at one point, and I feel like their game kind of shifted a little bit, and they started to realize they didn't necessarily have to play into the kind of game that Pittsville wanted them to play. They slowed it down. They thought about their passes a little bit more. They recognized it's an interesting thing because I come from Minnesota, where they recently implemented a shot clock into high school basketball. And so it's interesting coming here and seeing that is not yet implemented. It really changes the way a team plays the game strategically. And so for this Greenwood team, they have the ability to hold the ball, to think about it for a second, and you don't have to pass right away. You don't have to give in to that temptation to pass quickly, get off of that break. There needs to be some urgency on those fast breaks, or the presses, I should say, the full court presses that are being forced by Pittsville. You got to get out of those, but then you can kind of take your time and look for your right shot. And when Greenwood did that, they saw better shots, higher percentage shots, and they saw more opportunities underneath the basket, which is really where Tatum Travis needs to shine and Faith Colano need to shine, underneath that basket in the paint. We'll take a quick look at some of the matchups going on throughout Zaleski Sports here tonight. 8 matchups going on here, as Assumption and Stratford is the first one in girls basketball, 23-15, as that second half just started. And then we have Nina at Marshfield, as that one is 49-15, as it looks like that second half just started. And then we have the Baldwin-Woodville team going up against Marshfield, as that is our first hockey of the season, and that one is tied 3-3 in the second intermission. So exciting to have hockey starting up here on Zaleski Sports. Swinging things over to another girls matchup, it is Mosinee going up against Neelsville. Neelsville currently leading 39-26. Neelsville starting off their season 2-0 and looking to make it 3-0 if they can pick up that win, but still plenty of game left to play there. Kimberly going up against Kakana. That is 34-17 early on in the second half. And then we have Pacelli Cardinals against Adams Friendship Green Devils. That's our first boys basketball matchup of the season here on Zaleski Sports, and it's a 67-23 rout so far for Adams Friendship, as they are playing, both teams are actually playing their first game of the season in general. 9:26 remaining there in the second half, as that one got started on time here tonight. And then finally we have Rosholt and Amherst playing, and actually we have 9 total matchups. Amherst 65-19 about halfway through the second half. And then finally we do actually have one more matchup, Edgar at Auburndale, as that one is actually over already. Must have been a 6 o'clock start there, as Auburndale, it's like they got the win 60-35 over Edgar. And so about 3 minutes left to go here in the halftime break. And I'd like to thank a few more of our sponsors here on Zaleski Sports for supporting Zaleski. Tabby's Blue Bayou backs the Pittsville Panthers. Stop in for some appetizers and a cold beverage after the game or anytime. Pizza, pretzels, nachos, and other snacks await you at Tabby's Blue Bayou in Pittsville, or you can order for delivery with DoorDash. Zaleski Sports also brought to you by Bruce Orthodontics. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. Find your next car, truck, SUV, or van at Westside Service Auto Sales in Auburndale. Just a short drive from Rapids, Point, or Marshfield, they've been helping people find their next ride for nearly 50 years. Westside Service Auto Sales in Auburndale. And the friendly staff at Sweat's Country Corner Market in Blenker serves up a large selection of food made to order daily, like fish fries, chicken dinners, and awesome pizzas. Family owned and operated for more than 100 years, Sweat's Country Corner Mart on County P just off 10 in Blenker. We're seeing a little bit of a change of the season here on Zaleski Sports, our last football matchups of the season in the last couple of weeks going on, and so congratulations to all those high school football teams that took home state championships over at Camp Randall Stadium and throughout the state of Wisconsin. and able to stream a few of them. Got some audio on for some of them on Zaleski Sports, and those were a lot of fun to call all season long, and volleyball wrapped up a few weeks prior to that. But now the seasons have shifted. It's getting a little bit colder outside. Still waiting on a lot of that snow as it was raining here in this area of central Wisconsin tonight. But tomorrow it's looking like the snow is going to start, and really makes you feel like you're in this winter season of high school basketball and hockey. And like I said, first hockey matchup of the season. And so excited to get all of that started on Zaleski Sports. And excited to be right alongside you as I'll be doing a lot of the Newman Catholic girls and boys basketball here this year, and you'll see me on the broadcast of a few others that I'll pick up throughout the year. But for the most part, if you are tuning into Newman Catholic, you will listen to me a lot throughout the course of the season. I think there's actually only one of their games combined between girls and boys that I won't be on throughout the course of this season, so make sure you tune in to me there. Taking a look at what we have on the slate for the rest of the week. Of course, that break for Thanksgiving, but we're right back at it on Friday, as it's going to be a pretty big slate here. It looks like it's going to be the Cranberry Classic for a lot of those games on Friday, and a few others sprinkled throughout the day. And then we have plenty of other games on Saturday as well, as we get ready to restart the game you're here to watch here in the second half, as once again 28-13 in favor of the home Pittsville Panthers. 1-0 this season, hoping to go 2-0, but still a ways to go as we get the second half started. Avery Travis drives in. She fakes the shot, puts it up for Colano, and Colano nails it. 4 points for her now on the night. She's combining with Avery Travis for the bulk of the points so far for Greenwood. Tossing this one into Knott. She puts up off the glass. That one won't go. Rebounded by Tatum Travis. Up tempo, back the other way. Putting up the shot from the elbow, and it's good. Taking matters into her own hands. Just driving in. Foul called early on in the half. And that is going to be called the third foul of the night for Avery Travis for Greenwood. And so an inbound here for Pittsville, putting it up, and eventually winds up in the hands of Lupke. Out into the corner now for Grimm. Swings it around to Lupke. We've seen Greenwood double up on points to start off this second half, 4 straight. And they're going to have to change that turnaround margin a little bit. They're going to have a chance, and 2 early fouls will be called here. And that will be a shooting foul. Going to the line will be Lupke. First foul of the night for Slotich. So Avery Travis really the only Greenwood player in foul trouble here, as one of 2 shots will go in for Lupke. And she gets on the board here tonight officially in terms of points anyway, as she continues to make an impact in other aspects of the game. Slotich swings it around to Abel. Avery Travis back around to Carly Abel. She finds Tatum Travis up top. She drives in, puts up the shot, and it's an off-balance shot that won't go. Kendall Knott gets the rebound as that Pittsville core underneath the basket forced a low percentage shot there. Grimm tossed it over to Friday. Friday getting a little bit of space to work with before getting it to Lupke and into the corner now. Along the perimeter. Now up top working against Travis underneath the basket, and got another whistle. And it looks like that's going to be the 4th foul for Avery Travis. And so she is going to have to come out of the game. She's in trouble. The rest of these Greenwood players, not really that much, as not a lot of fouls in that first half, but all of a sudden they decided to get a little more physical in the second half, and so far worked to their advantage, outscoring 4-1, but still, that's 4 fouls now in the second half. And we're only about 2.5 in. That is the first for Colano, as that one will be poked out of bounds. Inbound here for Lupke. She finds Knott. The give back to Lupke, working against Stiglitz. And a travel will be called as Vollert commits the travel, and getting up slowly, but getting up all the same is Tatum Travis. And she will stay on the court. Good sign there. Might have gone just a little bit off balance there, and that happens. Slotich in the corner. That one's stolen away. Good attempt there by Vollert, but she steps out of bounds before she can get it back in. And that'll set up another throw in here for Greenwood. Still outscoring Pittsville 4-1 early on here. 3-point shot is up. That one bounces off the side of the rim. And under pressure, able to get it out, and officially a rebound there by Kendall Knott. Deep 2 is up, and it's good. That's going to be Lupke. And looks like they called that one a 3. Hate to say it, but that was a 2. But tough to see from that angle. And so that's going to be a foul here against Elsasser, excuse me. That'll be her second of the night. And the first foul of the half here for Pittsville. Travis drives in. That shot no good, but she gets a second chance, and she'll pick up the foul and go to the line. And that's one of the things Greenwood's going to have to do to try and get back into this one. Get more of those second chance shots. That was the first foul of the night for Kendall Knott. Travis will pick up both free throws. So she's got 7 total points on the night. Lupke now poked into Smazel. Quick passes, trying to get it out inside, and the hook shot is good from Friday. She's got 4 points now on the night. Looks like Pittsville's retreated to a little more of a soft press to start off this second half. It's rolling out there is Stiglitz, and she will double dribble. Harper Abel back into the game as Lupke will take a break. Again, she's one of those players in a little bit of foul trouble with 3 fouls on the night, getting into a little bit of the territory where you won't really worry about those fouls if you're at 3 with only 14 left in the game, as a battle for the ball and a jump ball will be called. And it's looking like Tatum Travis is getting ready to come back in, as well as Souza. Actually, Travis will not come in yet, but Souza will. And the freshman will replace Allie Stiglitz. The give can't quite get it to go as it rolls out, and another jump ball is called. Both teams fighting hard for those possessions. Or no, they will actually call that a foul against Greenwood. They will call it against Carly Abel for her second of the night. As Micaiah Johnson will come in for Ida Ulke. Got that one into Smazel. That is Bailey Smazel, and now a nice pass in, another hook shot attempt. This one won't go. Finds its way out of bounds, and they'll give that one to Greenwood. .13:45 to go in the game, as Souza will take the inbound. She'll weave her way past defenders. A nice feed into Micaiah Johnson, and that one will find its way in. Johnson gets on the board, and it's 34-21. Greenwood hanging in there, trying to find some sort of spark to get back into this one. Harper Abel swings it out to Grimm. That one's stolen away as Carly Abel winds up with it. She finds Souza, who takes it back out. Back up top. Three-point shot is blocked nicely there by Bailey Smazel. And we'll be back with Pittsville. And those are the important ones there for Greenwood. They have to find ways when they do force this solid Pittsville team into those turnovers. Doesn't happen too often. They need to find ways to capitalize. Avery Travis comes back in, and Tatum Travis will see the floor again. And so that much more confirmation that she is okay after going to the ground earlier on in the night. Briley Grimm puts up the floater, too strong off the backboard. Tatum Travis with the rebound. Back quickly, drives in. That one blocked away, and that one will be called for the foul. That'll be the first of the night for Vollert. Always impressive when you got a player like Vollert that does so much of her work underneath the basket. And to be foulless at this point in the game, impressive there. But she picks up her first, and Travis doing a good job drawing it. Picks up that first free throw. Second shot is up and good. Both teams have been pretty solid on free throws throughout the night. A statement I probably should not have said due to the announcer's jinx, but we'll see what happens. 34-23 here with 12:30 to go. Driving in, that's going to be a foul called, and it'll be the 7th already of the half. That'll be the 3rd now for Carly Abel. And in dangerous territory, getting close to the bonus with only 5.5 played so far in the half. That one bounces off the back of the rim as Colano will come in, replacing Carly Abel. Two free throws missed as it's rebounded by Tatum Travis. That was actually the 7th foul, so the bonus is in effect now. Trying to pass that one in, it's blocked away. It will stay with Greenwood. Good defense by Vollert, but couldn't quite contain it and keep it in play. 12:16 to go. Greenwood trying to threaten with a single-digit deficit, and the three-point shot is good from Avery Travis. She's got all 9 of her points from three-point shots. And she now ties with Tatum Travis for the team lead in points on the night as another shot missed by Pittsville. 8-point game. As it is going to be a foul called against Pittsville. That is the first foul of the night for Bailey Smuzzle. So we've now seen Greenwood play much better basketball to start out this second half. Feels very similar to the way they played in that short little stretch run they had in the first where they got within 8 the first time. They're playing more their brand of basketball than Pittsville's right now. Even as I say that, it's stolen away. Right back, though, into the hands of Avery Travis. She puts up the three, and how about a fourth on the night? Avery Travis taking over the game. It's a 5-point deficit now, as that will force a Pittsville timeout. We'll take a quick timeout with them and be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
At R&R Flooring and Furniture, we sell products that look good and products that last.
You want a great selection at a great price and a company that stands behind their products? You will find Wolfcraft, Ashley, Marshfield Furniture, and more.
Looking to get the best sleep of your life? We have a mattress for you. Get a 15-year non-paraded hybrid mattress for only 25 cents a night, and we also carry adjustable beds. When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses, it's easy. Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Welcome back here to Zaleski Sports, as it is a much more interesting game than it was a few minutes ago, as Greenwood all of a sudden taking over. Not that long ago, they were down by about 13 or 14 points, and multiple three-point shots by Avery Travis, getting it to a 5-point game. So 34-29 with 11:33 left to go. Joe's Refrigeration is your full-service De Laval dealer. They have been serving Central Wisconsin for 60 years from Withee and now from their Auburndale location. Get top equipment from your milking parlor, including the De Laval VMS series. Their techs can service your commercial refrigeration too. Joe's Refrigeration, Withee and now in Auburndale. Tossing this one out, three-point shot is up. That one will roll out. Another rebound here for Greenwood. Tossing this one in, and the shot goes up. That one won't fall. Rebound by Friday. Greenwood kicking themselves there with that grade A opportunity to cut it back to a one-possession game. And then a foul is going to be called. And so that's going to be, looks like they're going to call it against Kendall Knott. As a sub coming in here, it's going to be Carly Abel coming in for Micaiah Johnson. If that is on, excuse me, that's going to be against Tatum Travis, my apologies. A 1-and-1 upcoming here, and another missed free throw from Pittsville. So no harm on the foul, as Travis now with her third foul of the night, but again, the Panthers not able to take advantage of the fouling that Greenwood's doing right now. 8 fouls, but Greenwood's going to continue to foul as opposed to giving these players opportunities underneath the basket. Still Willie's and Auburndale's now serving lunch. They are open Thursday and Friday for lunch at 11 a.m. Check out their daily specials and get ready for soup and burgers coming soon. New owners, but still Willie's in downtown Auburndale. See you at the Still. Zaleski also brought to you by Brock & Decker. When buying or selling, Brock & Decker Real Estate is the team you need by your side. Brock & Decker has all of the tools you need to feel confident in selling or buying. Call Sammy or Sue today or visit them on North Central Avenue at brockanddecker.com and on Facebook. So a throw-in coming here for Greenwood as they once again have an opportunity to get within a possession with 10:39 remaining here in the game. Tatum Travis puts up the shot. That one won't go. Rebound, though, by Faith Colano. Trying to find Avery Travis. It's stolen away. Addie Elsasser back with it now after the steal. Three-point shot is up and off the back of the rim. Elsasser with the rebound finds a wide open Kendall Knott for the two. 6 points now for Kendall Knott on the night. Has that one blocked away. Will still wind up Greenwood's ball. 7-point game as we are officially halfway through the second half. Only a quarter of the game left to go, and it's an interesting one. Avery Travis has been the sharpshooter here tonight. 12 points off of 4 3-pointers. Tatum Travis up top, defended by Friday. Driving in, trying to find someone open. Puts up the floater. That one rolls just out. A difficult shot from that position. Trying to get that one off the backboard. Three-point shot is up, and it's drained. Briley Lupke with another three-point shot, her second of the night. And back up to a 10-point lead as Pittsville starting to regain momentum in this one. Slotich finding Travis. Tatum Travis driving in, puts up the shot. That one also bouncing off, and now the shot bug kind of hitting Greenwood where it was hitting Pittsville just a few minutes ago, as that one will be a travel. And Greenwood with another opportunity on their side of the court. Saw a few minutes there, really the first 5 minutes of the game, or excuse me, of the half, where it just felt like there was plexiglass on that rim for Pittsville, and now it seems to be hitting Greenwood in the same way. Carly Abel under pressure now, trying to get it past the timeline, just barely able to keep her foot. Pass for the over and back was Colano. Now she's under pressure, and another turnover is going to be forced, or no, it's going to be off of Pittsville last. But we're seeing Pittsville's style of defense start to pick up in intensity again. Avery Travis finds Slotich. Driving in, can't quite get that edge. She's going to force a foul, though, from Pittsville. That'll be, looks like the 5th of the half for the Panthers. And that is going to be the 3rd foul of the night for Elsasser. And so now 4 Pittsville players, all with 3, but none of them in real foul trouble at this stage in the game, which is huge for them, as Avery Travis is going to travel. And we're seeing that turnover bug reach Greenwood again in an inopportune time. They were trying to get back into this one. They had all the momentum. 2 different opportunities at one point to get within a score. And then taking back momentum was Pittsville with a few quick shots and a few quick turnovers. Knott, and now driving in off the pass. That one rolls in after a few stops, as Lupke will get her 7th and 8th point of the night. Off a nice feed that time by Knott. Carly Abel back out to Avery Travis. And that one will be another turnover there. Miscue that time as Stiglitz was looking for Travis and lost it underneath the basket. And after a couple substitutions, Pittsville all of a sudden up 12, trying to drive away with this one after finding themselves back in the driver's seat the last few minutes. Under pressure there, finding Knott and then sweeping it over to Lupke. Underneath the basket now is Grimm. Back to Lupke, and the deep 2 is good. Briley Lupke all of a sudden on fire the last few minutes. And then the and one's going to be called on the other side. Tatum Travis will not quit. Sub coming in here as Micaiah Johnson will replace Avery Travis. Again, she's the one with 4 fouls, so she has been the sharpshooter for him. Important to have her in the late stages of this one, as she will take a break. That one will rattle out. Quickly back the other way is Vollert, as Greenwood's done a pretty good job of trying to shut her down in this second half, at least in terms of scoring. But she has still done plenty on the defensive side, even in that absence. Trying to feed someone there, but it's stolen away, ripped away there by Stiglitz. And so Tatum Travis will head back down. Carly Abel will travel. Defense by Lupke gets her to jump and shuffle. 6:44 now to go. Plenty of time, but not as much time as Greenwood would like. Grimm gets it over to Lupke. Nice pass in, and it's good for Kendall Knott for 2, and that was one of those that you could just see them in the gym at practice designing that play, because it was 4 passes in the span of about 5 seconds, right where they needed to be. And a timeout's going to be called, and we will send things to a commercial break and be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 28th through December 31st.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between. Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See Chips' complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream, all served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield. Be a champ and have a chipperific day.
Well, out of the last timeout break, it was a 5-point deficit for the Greenwood team, and then Pittsville taking the game over once again, and just like that, 15 out of this break here on Zaleski Sports, as Be Well Studio in Marshfield is offering Black Friday Small Business Saturday deals. Buy one, get one free, in-store only. All packages, individual sessions, and memberships. Friday 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Saturday 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. In the corner there is Tatum Travis. Greenwood trying to get back into this one. Slotich drives in, puts up the shot, and that one out of bounds, but it's off a tip. Stay Greenwood ball. But this suffocating Pittsville defense that we saw in the majority of the game coming back in big force in these last few minutes. Forcing a lot more turnovers. Greenwood kind of falling away from the game they were trying to play when they were getting back into it. As Carly Abel will take it back up top now to Slotich, and swung back around to Travis. She fakes the 3, then retreats back. Slotich working against Abel. Slotich back up top, finds Carly Abel. And that one's stolen right out of her hands by Elsasser, and she lays it in for 2. More points off turnovers, as Pittsville's running away with it here, up 17 with 5:20 to go. Avery Travis loses it, as Harper Abel will drive in and pick up 2 more. Colano puts up the 2. It's going to be 2 shots. But time running out for this Greenwood team, as it's going to be a Kendall Knott foul. That'll be her 2nd of the night. First shot, no good. Again, Pittsville trying to pick up their 2nd win of the season to improve to 2-0. As his 2nd shot also bouncing out. So we saw even more of those problems that Pittsville was plagued with earlier on in the half, missing some of those free throws. Helped get Greenwood back into it, and now, just like some of the other things we've been seeing, it's a complete momentum shift. Greenwood now struggling on the line. Getting this one in on a nice cut by Vollert. She can't get that one to go, but then the putback is good for 2, and Greenwood did their best to shut her down the majority of the second half. Only problem is Pittsville with a lot of other contributors. And so they find themselves up more than 20 now with 4 to go. Into the corner, 3-point shot by Tatum Travis rolls in. Pittsville with Vollert. Spin move. Nice strong move off the glass, and she's taken over again. 21 points for number 21 here on the night. As that one is going to be out of bounds, but off of Pittsville. They're trying to save it there off the near turnover. Friday is going to come back in for Pittsville, replacing Lupke. And very impressive bench management here by Pittsville Panthers. Multiple of those players finding themselves with 3 fouls in the first half, and none of them have even reached 4 in this second. Slotich driving in, as we're hearing Jason Knott, Pittsville head coach, yelling don't foul as it's out of bounds, and it's Pittsville ball. Understanding at this stage in the game is committing unnecessary fouls and committing unnecessary turnovers is really the only thing that can change things, and Grimm will come back in, replacing Elsasser, who's had a great game, and Harper Abel will take things down as Pittsville trying to salt away some of this clock. Tossing this one in out underneath the basket is Smozzles. That is a nice move to the basket. And when Vollert isn't making something happen underneath the basket, Smozzles doing just the same. We've seen most of her impact come on the defensive side of the ball, but laying that one in nicely on that play. 3-point shot up on the other side. That one bounces out. Harper Abel will hold up there as Jason Knott making sure that they don't do more than they need to do here in the late stages. Underneath the basket, trying to throw that one up, no good. Saving it, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay. Pittsville ball off a nice heads-up play. Throwing it off the defender as Kalana will come back in, replacing Tatum Travis. And Stiglitz will come in. Looks like it's going to be Micaiah Johnson heading to the bench. Putting up another 2, no good there. It'll rattle around before being grabbed by Harper Abel, and she'll get it in for another 2. Less than 2 to go now. Up top here is Avery Travis. Crossover, that one's stolen away. And Lana Vollert tosses it over to her teammate Grimm. 2 more points there. And a timeout will be called. We'll take one more time out with them and be right back here on Zaleski.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
From major collisions to minor dings, Westside Auto Body in Auburndale can get your ride looking like its original self again. Call Tom at Westside Auto Body for a free estimate. Westside Auto Body, professional collision repairs on Highway K in Auburndale. Losing this one for a moment, but getting it back. And eventually a foul is going to be called against Pittsville. That's going to be a 1-and-1. Next Stop Prosthetics is providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Sub coming in here for Greenwood, it's going to be Ida Ulke. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. So that one bouncing just out, and it's going to be white ball. Bucks and Berries Cafe in Babcock is the place to go for signature pies and homemade food. Check out their daily specials and Friday fish fry. It's a cozy, family fun atmosphere, at Bucks and Berries Cafe, open 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 days a week on Highway 80 in Babcock on Facebook. That shot no good. Rebounded there by Souza. Last minute here as Greenwood is going to fall to 0-1 on the season, but a tough first opponent as they've got plenty of season left to go. Their next matchup will be versus Columbus Catholic on the 2nd. As for the Pittsville Panthers, they'll improve to 2-0 on the season after a couple impressive victories, and funny enough, their next game will actually be against Columbus Catholic. That'll be the Cranberry Classic on the 28th. That's one of those Friday tournament games we were talking about, and so they'll face Columbus Catholic as well in their next matchup. So see how both of these two teams stack up against that same team as the last 20 seconds tick away. An impressive win for the Pittsville Panthers. They're going to take this one home 60-34. And coming up next is the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.
And welcome back here to Pittsville High School, as it was a home win here for the Pittsville Panthers, improving to 2-0 on the season. Connor Philippi here with the Nasonville Dairy post-game show, and I'm, of course, here with head coach Jason Knott and Lana Vollert. I'll start off with you here, Coach. And so there was a point in the game it got a little bit scary there, up only 5, kind of in the midpoint of that second half. By the point you had another timeout called, it was 15. What was that defining moment, or were there a combination of things that got you back to playing the game that you knew you wanted to play?
Yeah, I would love to say that I said something, majestic that we're going to remember forever. But frankly, what I said is just get back to playing our game. We were out of position. We left some shooters open, and they got some nice players on their team, right? We put them on the free throw line too much tonight. I don't know how many. I think we probably gave up 7 field goals on the night, too many free throws. But we just got back to playing good defense, and we're learning. We're a young team. We're learning how to play defense without fouling, right? And tonight was a good lesson for that. But they bared down, and we had some kids have excellent defensive efforts. Ilana and Hallie Friday on Travis tonight was phenomenal, honestly, because she's a really nice player, and that was a focus for us to take her away. So we just got back to what we do.
Well, thank you very much, Coach. I'll hand things over now to Lana. A couple questions for you. First of all, congratulations. And I just want to know, what do you think was the key to your game here tonight? Because there were a lot of points where you couldn't be stopped. And even when you were a little bit slower on the court, the only reason that was the case is because you were allowing other players to get opportunities. So talk about what your game was like here tonight.
I thought for my game tonight, I would just try to go out and play basketball. Like, I know my fundamentals, I know what I can do, and I have a ton of great teammates that help back me up with that. And I just happened to be open. They gave me the ball, and I happened to put it in, I guess. But I just have a lot of great teammates that just allow me to do that.
Awesome. And the other thing that I think is very important is that you are the only senior that is here this season. A lot of seniors left last season. Talk about kind of that shift in leadership. What kind of mindset do you have to have now, being the most tenured member of this team?
I knew as the only senior and the only returning complete varsity player that it was going to be really, really different, but I had so many great seniors to look up to, and I learned a lot from them, and I just really hope that I can do that for my team and just lead by example.
Well, thank you very much. I'll have you do one more thing. I'll step away, 3, 2, 1, and you say your name.
Thank you.
All right. And 3, 2, 1.
I'm Lana Vollert, and I'm in the house.